In this video, I'm going to explain why 5 of the most popular fitness fads are either bad for you, a con, or just plain waste of your time. But it's not all doom and gloom. I'll also explain what trends do work and give you a freebie that you can use today so that you don't get bogged down in the utter shit that most fitness influencers sprout. I've been a coach for 18 years, working with skinny fat guys and getting them in this sort of shape. And I know how to do it and what they think because I was one. Not knowing what to eat, I bought the ab blaster thing and the chest pull apart thing from the 80s, and guess what? Not one of them worked. It just left me out of pocket and with a layer of belly fat. So 2 things you've learned there is I was skinny and I also used to fall for a gimmick. First one is Hyrox. You do not want to be doing this if you're a skinny fat guy looking to burn the belly fat and get a bit bigger. Yes, you will get a little bit leaner, but you're not going to be eating enough weight. It's going to make a noticeable difference, and you're just going to have to eat even more calories to make up for the calories that you're burning from pushing a sled, doing the wall balls, doing the burpees with a jump. You shouldn't be doing burpees anyway. Nobody likes them. They're a horrible exercise. And as soon as they get gone, that's perfect. It all comes down to the calories that you're burning doing it. You'll be better off focusing on other things, which I'll show you later. One of the other fitness trends at the minute is just eating meat and going carnivore, caveman, only eat like a caveman. Most of them as well probably do smell like they've not washed like a caveman, but they will go for like you only eat steaks, you'll eat eggs, you'll eat butter, like this. Carbs are the enemy. You've got to have meat and fat, and it's bollocks really. If you want to build a bit of muscle, you need to have carbs in you because it's going to give you the energy to train. I've never ever put a client on a purely eat meat, veg crap diet, but you see it all the time on the internet now, and it is pointless, and it's probably going to put you in a hole health wise of where you're vitamin deficient because you're not eating enough minerals, you're not got enough energy to get through the day, and your training is going to suck. Another one is fitness influencers, and I know it's fucking moronic that I'm saying avoid fitness influencers when I'm trying to influence you with fitness online. I've been doing this for 18 years. A lot of them are like glorified PE teachers with no qualifications, or they've done a 6-week qualification and potentially hurting people as well. Not that PE teachers hurt people, that's usually geography teachers. May have got away with that. A lot of them have only trained themselves and got themselves in good nick as well. A lot of them on the secret sauce. But as well as that, they won't have the experience of working one-to-one with people, and they're only going to give you what worked for them, what their coach gave them. But also as well, they probably don't have the experience of dealing with the emotional aspect of what you're going through. Most of them have been skinny, most of them have never been fat. They've been like jocks who were at high school, and the good kids at athletics. So they don't really know what you're going through. Recovery devices are things like the inflatable boots that people wear, which are good for recovery. Top sportsmen use them. You can't shit on them for being that. They're not con. They also are time consuming. When you've got work, you've got to be with a wife and kids, you've got to drop the kids that, you're still trying to fit in your free workouts, you're still trying to fit in your job. Most people spend too long doing recovery. For a skinny fat guy, that's way down the line. Recovery wise, yes, there are some benefits to using like a Theragun or something to just try and ease the pain that you're going through. Bang, 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 bang. In place that before you work out or even after if you're sat watching TV, but you're not going to get a great deal out of it from recovery. I'll tell you the best recovery thing you can do in a second, but they are generally expensive, time consuming, and generally a waste of money. If you got your mortgage to pay, you got your car bill, you got your heating bill, you got your water bill, and then you've still got to look after your kids at the same time, get into work, there's no point in wasting time on recovery devices. Speaking of recovery devices, the other one is like your wearables. So like your Fitbit, your Loom bands, everything like that, where they give you so much data at your fingertips. They are great as a tool, but most people use them bad. So you could wake up out of bed and be like, fucking hell, I feel fantastic. This is great. I feel so good. Check your phone and it's come up and saying you didn't sleep well. You'll immediately like, there, you'll psychologically use it as a way to feel, oh crap, I do feel like crap. A lot of them will tell you you need a day to recover when you're perfectly fine to train and you're not pushing yourself. So if you're not doing the workouts because the device is telling you that when you feel fine, you ain't going to lose the layer of belly fat, you're not going to build bigger arms, you're not going to actually like what you see when you look in the mirror because you're going to be taking too many days off. Because I know for mine, if I go to bed at 10, I wake up at 4, it's probably telling me I'm not getting enough sleep and my sleep shit. And also the kids might come in, and that can't stop me from working out that day if I want to get in shape. So what can you do? The key thing is probably avoid Instagram for fitness advice. And I know it's ironic, I've just said like avoid fitness influencers, but there's some that are just shit. Especially the guy who used to be in bodybuilding and now trains for Hyrox and starts shitting all over everything he did in bodybuilding, saying it was crap. When that built him the physique that he's got, not the Hyrox. He might look leaner fuckery now that he's on Hyrox and everything, but the bodybuilding did the hard work of building the muscle that you want, and then added in a little bit of cardio and the diet, got him lean. The main reason they've moved to that is because it's interesting, whereas sticking to the basics is boring. But you need to be focused on your 6 main lifts that you've got: press, pull, a leg, a hip hinge, da 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 da. Lifting properly, increasing the weight, logging the weight, and that'll get you in decent nick. The other thing, eat a balanced diet. Yes, I know everybody says eat a balanced diet. What the hell is a balanced diet? Basically figuring out your target, your calorie target. So if you work in kg, do your weight in kg times 22. That'll give you a basic of a calorie target. If you work in pounds, do whatever your weight is in pounds and times that by 10. And that's somewhere you can go. Then work out your protein and your carbs and your fats. I will give you something at the end which will help you with this, so stay around to the end. The easiest way to do this is just to increase your portion size of, say, your protein, so your meat on the plate, and take away like the carbs that are on the plate, so they're a lot smaller, especially if you're having family time. So if you're having, so I don't know, mashed potatoes with chicken, let's go with that, although it sounds like a horrible meal, have slightly more chicken and take a little bit of the mash off the plate. Happy days, the job is good. The best thing you can do for rest and recovery is going to sound annoying, but it's what you really want to be focusing on, is sleep. Waking up, going to bed at the same time every single day, even on weekends. There is a study that says if you wake up slightly later by about an hour, it just messes with your whole rhythm. Basically, you have hormones that help with the circadian rhythm, which basically means that you're cycling when you should sleep, which helps with your rest, recovery, building muscle. It means you won't be knackered through the day. It means you don't have to go around bang, bang, bang using the gun all the time to recover. Have your rest days as well. That doesn't mean doing nothing. You can still go to work. You've got to be a father. You can't just wrap yourself up in cotton wool the whole time. But you need the recovery time, because that's where the recovery happens. That's where your body starts to change. So you finally get rid of the layer of body fat and build those muscles. If you want to, and to help guard against aches and pains, you can do the mobility work. I would do a little bit of mobility work whilst you're watching TV with a wife at night. The main takeaway from this is don't get drawn into the latest fads. Nobody got into the sort of nick that you want to be by chasing the next best workout routine. If you compare it to finance, it's like an analogy where if you think about day trading, everyone jumps on that, does a bit of this, ends up broke. It's the equivalent of being in the gym, doing a new fad workout every week, and you'll end up broke, broken down, injured, knackered, and looking the same. But long-term investing and compound interest makes you rich. Like putting the work in over weeks and investing, such a cringy, wanky term, will yield the biggest change in your body, from skinny fat to not cringing every time you see yourself side on in the mirror. Those are the main things you should be focusing on. If you want a way that takes the thinking out of it for you, then click the link in the description and I'll send you across everything you need to lose the skinny fat for good. The only thing I can't send you is the accountability. You're gonna have to figure that out for yourself. If you stuck around until the end, I'd really appreciate if you click the subscribe link, because my kids could do with another hot meal this week.